At BJGP, we have just published some research on nausea and vomiting in pregnancy by Professor Roger Gadsby and his team at the University of Warwick. Now I'm talking to Caitlin Dean. Caitlin is a researcher, is a nurse specialist, but today I'm talking to her as a mum who has suffered very severe nausea and vomiting throughout pregnancy.
So I think one of the key points is that I didn't suffer morning sickness. And that's the point of this research, is that I suffered sickness that was all day, every day, for months on end, and through the night, and every waking minute, really. So, I think that this research really starts to challenge that term, which frankly is quite almost offensive to women who experience anything bar the absolute normal, mild end of the spectrum.
Tell me how nausea and vomiting in pregnancy has really affected the lives of many of your clients.
It systemically affects their whole lives. We're not talking about a little bit of nausea coming in waves through the day or in the morning, as this research has shown. We're talking about nausea that can be so crippling it's impossible to concentrate on anything else. You rapidly start to become malnourished and dehydrated because you're not able to eat and drink properly, and that in itself then creates a cycle of worse nausea and vomiting. And it affects everything. It affects your mood significantly. It's incredibly depressing to feel sick even for a few days, let alone weeks on end, and be told that it's normal and healthy and a good sign. It can affect your relationships. It can affect your ability to work. If you can't work, as we know at the moment, with so much going on with people unable to work, you can't pay your rent, your mortgage, and so on, and your childcare fees and things. So, it's not uncommon for women to end up terminating because of this. And sadly, often those women who are terminating, they have presented to GPs and they've been met with morning sickness comments. And that's a big problem, because when you get sent away and told, well, this is morning sickness, this is normal, and you just think, but I can't possibly live like this.
What would your message be to our GP viewers about nausea and vomiting in pregnancy from your perspective?
So my key message would very much be, if a woman has gone to the effort of making an appointment and turning up and is saying, we all expect morning sickness. It's a rite of passage. We look forward to it to a degree because it's a good sign that the pregnancy is progressing. But if she sat there with you saying, I'm really sick, I'm sick all the time, and this is way worse than I was experiencing, then telling her that she's got a bit of morning sickness is just the most devalidating and upsetting thing you can do for her. And quite honestly, you're going to lose her respect, you're going to lose her trust in you, and it's an inappropriate term to be using with a woman who has gone to the effort of coming to speak to a GP about her symptoms because they're affecting her that much. Don't suggest that it's morning sickness. Talk about it in terms of nausea and vomiting in pregnancy. Talk about it in terms of the spectrum that can be presented, and believe her and trust her. Trust women, and try not to belittle her experiences by using terms like morning sickness.
I've been talking to Caitlin Dean, who's a researcher and nurse specialist, but primarily a mum who suffered herself very severe nausea and vomiting in pregnancy. Caitlin, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.